Hello everybody, my name is RagingRaptor and I welcome you to a new World of Tanks video. And today we'll have a look at 10 tips for the Holiday Ops event. And we'll have a look at 15,000 boxes being unboxed, or rather the 15,000 boxes of stats we have from those 15,000 boxes we've got in a group project or in a project made by me and some Redditors. I also have to say thank you to the user or the Reddit user under the name noobsai bot underscore what. I hope it's pronounced correctly. If not, I'm sorry. He put down some tips as well, and I'm taking some of those tips into this video. So, without further ado, let's start with the first tip, and those are more about completing than about buying the boxes. For completing, the first one is hold off doing tier 5 ornaments, because this is purely for completing your thingy right here. Because as soon as you start to buy or try to go for those tier 5 ornaments, you might be out of luck. Because some of those tier 5 ornaments can come from missions. What are those missions? You can see them right here. If you finish those missions, you will get different boxes from 3 to 5 or even just 1 for doing simple tasks which you can do daily, like blocking 2,500 damage, destroying 4 enemy vehicles, and so on. Those are the different categories you will get, and those are the small boxes, and in those small boxes you get different small rewards, but most notably you get ornaments or decoration, and sometimes this decoration can be tier 5. So if you want to complete your collection, it can lead to the problem that you, for example, already made tier 5 ornaments and you just got a rare tier 5 ornament yourself, and well, my friend, you are shit out of luck, because yeah, that's pretty unfortunate, because you won't get it, you already have it. And disenchanting or breaking those tier 5 ornaments give you only 250 shards, while making one specific one in the decoration, in the large Holydrone DECORIDER or whatever, costs 1,440 shards. So, if you decide to do something, or some of those sculptures or something, well, the next tip I can do for you is make random first, because in the beginning you saw the event is just some days old. I invested for 39 boxes in total, I think. I've invested money and I already got 111 different ornaments already. So you can see that right now in the beginning phases, it's much more convenient to just say, you know what, I'm just going to go full out random and try to get some of those. Because, well, you can see it here. We are at, for example, the lunars, or the Chinese New Year, Lunar New Year, excuse me. There are still a lot of tier 1s, which I could get, a lot of tier 2s, a lot of tier 3s, and so on. And I think you get what I mean with that. Just refrain of doing more specific one in the beginning. Just go for random ones, because they can fill up easier. The next tip is, or rather, it's not really a tip, it's just a PSA. The large Holydrone DECORIDER 2.0 is RNG. I already got quite frustrated by it, because I wanted to get the last one for the tier 5s of Magic New Year for making my, I don't know what's called for the yard, the small illuminations. And you guessed it, there is RNG involved. If you just say you want to get that one, you might be out of luck, as I was, and get 3 times in a row you get this nasty dump Magic New York house, rather than getting this juicy oil lamps, which I would need. Yep, I'm out of luck there. And you need to familiarize yourself, or you should remember that the Large Holydrone Collider is not a free ticket to get whatever you want. You can get different ones, and you might even be, as me, disappointed to getting some bad ones. So yeah, The next tip is, as soon as you know you got a new ornament from a box or something, and it's a higher tiered one than you have already on your Christmas tree or in your festive atmosphere in general, immediately swap them out. The only thing which can happen is you are going to profit and you will get more festive atmosphere, which leads to more bonuses being achieved, or maybe even getting your juicy and good looking female tank commanders or tank crew members. It's also important when you start to your collection and start to get some things done, like here in normal Christmas, you can already see as soon as your atmosphere hits level 10, you will get the bonuses being multiplied with it. So I already get 30% more credits, which is quite a lot of credits in my opinion, for only, in quotation marks, only having brought 14 boxes from the normal Christmas theme. So that's really important. You should just always try to see if you got a new ornament. If so, then just go on and put it on your festive atmosphere to raise that level. As you can see, it is getting added up or multiplied by 9, by 4, by 5, whatever level your atmosphere is. Another small note is you need everything with tier 5. Everything in your garage needs to be tier 5 to get festive atmosphere number 10. Just so you know, everything needs to be tier 5. The next little PSA or tip I have for you, for the people which really want to get a head start on the French crew for the EBRs or for the French wheeled vehicles, you can get those Christmas women and put them onto the EBR 75 FL10, the French tier 8 light tank. Yes, you can put them onto this, which I already did. You can argue it's a bad idea to do because the tank tree will start from the ELC, even ELC AMX. And sadly enough, I don't have any experience anymore left, even though I have played a lot of games on this vehicle. I'll probably just rebuy it and slap some dumb crew on it. You can see I have remarks in that I played it a lot of times. Used to be one of my favorite tanks till they gutted it. But yeah, this is something you should also keep in mind. You can either put 2 of your crew members on the ELC or onto the ELC AMX and already start training them before you're going to get the new crews or to get the new vehicles early next year. So that's a good idea to start grinding. Either put them on the ELC AMX or on the EBR. My guess is that the EBR will come more or less soon. Probably around either January, or with a lucky estimate, they probably are going to release it on Christmas Eve as the final tank to buy. To be like, guys, this is the newest mechanic, this is the newest tank you can get, la-di-da. The tank, again, is already in the game files. We don't know yet, though, if it is going to be on Christmas, because they always said so far that they still want to test the mechanics on the super test with the other vehicles. So chances are that we probably do not get it, but there are chances that we get it. So the next tip is now going about the boxes you can buy. And this is pretty important because those tips I am going to give to you right now are basically tips against gambling or against gambling addiction. So, why exactly gambling addiction? Well, because those loot boxes can certainly, or most definitely, put you into the spiral of trying and buying more because you didn't got what you want. So, my tip right here would be number 6. Set a certain number of boxes you're going to buy, but do not buy more. It's the same as if you were going to say, hey guys, I've got a free entry into a casino. I'm just going to go once. And I'm going to take $100 with me, 100 euros, whatever currency you are using in your respective country, or pound when you're from Britain, or Swiss francs when you're from Switzerland. Set a certain amount of money you are going to take with you and do not invest more. If you get what you wanted, good luck, congratulations, you got it. If not, well, I'm sorry, but it happened. Seriously, it happens. And I'm sorry that you have bad luck, but you can't do anything about it. It happens. It is gone. Live on with it. That's my tip. Set a certain amount of boxes you are going to buy. Like, say I'm going to buy the best deal. I'm going to buy 175 boxes. If you buy them and you are lucky, congratulations. If not, it's not the end of the world. You will get a lot of gold out of it most likely anyway, and the game, if the game is not going to die, how many people are screaming, cough cough, like the dearest friend of our gaming, Quickie Baby. We will see what is coming to be on Wargaming Fest this weekend. It will be interesting what they're going to show us, and I hope it is good news about rebalancing, because they teased it already in the Reddit Q&A. So, the next tip is a follow-up to the tip number 6. If you didn't receive what you wanted, do not buy anymore. Again, this is the huge problem which can lead to gambling. And here we have the chart. 15,000 boxes were opened and were put into our chart, into our form. Thank you so much all for joining. If you still want to join, there is a link in the description below for yourself to look at the stats and so on and so forth. But again, the chances are, Quickie Baby said that there's around 1% chance to get the IS3A, which is pretty darn accurate. And Scorpion G is a little bit less though, but I think this is due to the fact that they already sold it like 2 days ago. But what he was not wrong is he said that you will have a chance, or have a good chance, when you put in 100 pounds or something. But the stats are a little bit different. You can see it's only 61.83%. Sure, those stats are community-based. People could have put in whatever they wanted, but we are right now trusting on 2 things. People being legitimate about what they're putting in, or 3 things. That our algorithm or the filters we've put in place are filtering out bad or ridiculous, let's call it like that, ridiculous results. And third, that results which look ridiculous are getting drowned off or like flattened out by the normal looking results. Like, there will be much more normal results than there are the few ridiculous results. That's basically what we are doing here, calculations. So again, don't buy new ones when you didn't receive what you wanted to receive. I'm sorry, you are out of luck, but again, you are getting immediately pulled into something like gambling addiction, a legit addiction. There is a reason why. First of all, those loot boxes are, or all our participants must be 18 years or older at the time of participation. And I'm not going to say that the younger kids out there which want to get loot boxes should not get them, but I'm just saying there's a reason they are for 18 and above, because it is gambling. And this is also why, yes, Belgium has banned those loot boxes, because they can have predatory behavior against younger audience. And let's be honest, it's the same thing with Fortnite, that shite game. No, seriously. I also have loot boxes or things, or why so many people made such a huge hissy fit about EA releasing them into Battlefront 2. What I want to say here is, again, it's gambling. Do not fall for it. Do not buy more if you didn't get what you wanted. The third one, or the 8th chances, or the 8th rather tip is, the chances are slim. Again, do not expect to get a tank, or do not expect to get the tank you wanted to get. Chances are that you will get a lot or a decent amount of tier 5 to premium tanks. Maybe not the Lufuk RT, even though it's pretty not often to get. You will probably get a KV 222, which is a strong vehicle if played correctly. You can get the M4 Improved, which is atrociously bad, and the 203, which is like, it can work, but yeah. It's better than the M4 Improved in my personal opinion, but they have 2 different playstyles. If you want to know how each different tank plays and if they're actually good or not, feel free to leave a comment, or rather leave a sub on my channel, because I'm going to make a comprehensive list of how good the tanks are with the chances of them being dropped. Next up, or the rather second to last tip is boxes should not be seen as a way to get tanks. I know I'm repeating myself, but it's important for you that you understand that. Getting a tank is an added bonus. It's not a way to get those tanks. And this is why I understand that people are going haywire about the IS-3A, which just recently got buffed. One thing, this is my personal opinion, yes, the IS-3A is, in specific situations, is really strong, yet I personally do not like it. It's just too inconsistent to me. How should I say? Many people cry it's OP and it's one clipping potential. And I have to say, it's kind of a little bit like the FV 4005 stage 2. Yes, it can be broken, but on the other hand, it doesn't have to be because the gun trolls you to oblivion. So that's my personal opinion of it. But I'm going to that in a later point. Again, you should not think that you are going to get the tank you want and you will get a tank. The chances are slim. They are around 1% to 0.5% on the tier 8 vehicles and around 3.5% for the tier 5X vehicles, except for the Lefugard, the LFFFFFFF. One last thing is, my last tip is, if you plan to buy gold in this game, right now is your chance. The boxes yield a really, really good gold per box value. Like, this is something you should totally look forward to and definitely do. And for that, I have to say, great thanks to 13 Disciple. I don't know how his name is called. I'm sorry if I butchered it. But he also put up a little bit of a grind. He also looked at the data we've got. And overall, he looked at it as well. I'm having to see where he wrote it down, what the approximate gold values there. You can see you get around 439 gold per dollar, which is a much better value when you usually get 250 gold per US dollar. Again, those values are a lot better. And yeah, those are my 10 tips to the Holiday Ops event. I do hope you enjoyed it. If so, let me know in the comment section below. Let me know what are your tips to it for the other viewers which I want to see. And yes, let me know what I can do better. It might be a little bit of a clickbaity title which I posted in 15,000 boxes, open it, but in the end that's what we did here, and it's an impressive number. And a little trivia, 15% is the chance to get a tank in total. It doesn't matter what a tank. And this was just calculated by having a look at the sum of all tanks received divided by all the boxes opened. Thank you so much for watching. If you're watching this today, have a great weekend. If not, then have a great day. We'll see, and have a great Christmas time, which is coming very, very fast approaching. 10 days. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.